Morning! Okay, another annoying video from your math teacher. Today we are going to be going over box and whisker plots, and I decided to sit outside today because, man, we have been very lucky with nice weather during our quarantine, and I think we should all take advantage of it. So don't stay inside cooped up. Don't, sit on your PlayStation, TV like I do after 4 o'clock. Try and get outside, okay? I'm wearing my Miss Schultz t-shirt today because, honestly, I've just not felt like Miss Schultz lately. I have not felt like myself because I'm not in my classroom every day with you guys, seeing you face to face. For those of you who are taking advantage of the office hours, keep it up. Those are really just for you to be able to check in with me. You can join the Zoom, hang out. You can join the Zoom and do assignments with me, ask me questions. So please make sure you check those out Mondays and Thursdays. CP 12 to 1, honors 1 to 2. Okay, Monday, Thursday. All right, let's get started. I'm going to actually use a dot plot example from the dot plot lesson on Monday this week. So right here, you're going to see one of the examples that I gave you. I'm going to scoot in here. All right. Box and whisker plots. So I personally love drawing box and whisker plots. And you're going to say, of course you do, Miss Schultz, you're a math teacher and a huge nerd. Well, I really think that you guys would like this also. Unfortunately, we're not in person in my classroom in order to practice that together. But I think if you're at home and drawing them, you could send me a picture of them. I'm trying to figure out, a creative way on how to assess your box and whisker plots. But for now, I just want you to see how they're labeled. That's what I'm going to assess you on first. So here's our dot plot example that we're going to use. The first thing we always have to do is draw out our numbers. We'll write down our numbers, sorry. First number is a 4. Then we have a dot at 6. And I should say that we're not writing out the number line. We're writing out our dots, okay? The next dot is at 7, and there's actually 2 of them. Next, you have 3 9s, 4 10s, and then 1 lonely 11. All right. You actually don't need a calculator for this lesson. You're welcome. Okay. We're going to find the median. Now, please make sure you are using the strategy I have been using for dot plots and central tendencies. You are just going to rainbow. In the past, I have had many students go too fast doing their rainbow and skip a number. If you skip a number, you will get the wrong median. Okay, we fell on 2 numbers. What happens? You add them together, divide by 2. Or if they're the same, you know the median is just 9. Now what I'm going to do here is just write out my data on the side. The median, the middle is 9. I almost wrote 10. Yikes. All right. I'm going to get rid of this rainbow just because I want you to be able to see my work. So our median was 9. But remember, we landed on 2 numbers in the middle. So that 9 was really right there. What we need to now do is cut our data in half, and you do not include the median. You do not include the median in your half. I'm just writing this because I'm annoying, okay? Do not include that median when you cut them in half, okay? So let's now find the medians of this lower and upper half. They're going to be called the lower quartile and the upper quartile. Those 2 words should be new to you, okay? The upper and lower quartiles. All right, here we go. Let's find them. We're going to rainbow again for the lower half. Landed on 2 numbers. We're going to rainbow for the upper half. We landed on 2 numbers. Okay. You got pretty lucky with this one. 7 plus 7 divided by 2 is just 7. They're the same number. Lower quartile 7. The upper quartile, same deal. 10 plus 10 divided by 2 is just 10. And they're both 10, so you know the upper quartile will be 10. The last 2 values that you need for a box and whisker plot are just the lowest value and the highest value. As you know, 4 would be the lowest, 11 would be the highest. So you should have, we need to write in a 7 right there. You should have 5 important values marked in your data. So we have the lowest value, least value, the lower quartile, the median, the upper quartile, and the greatest value. That's what we're going to make on our little box and whisker plot down here. So I'm going to use this number line I have. Our median was 9. I'm going to put a little dot. Our lower quartile was 7. Upper quartile was 10. Our lowest value is 4, and our highest value was 11. So I have this awesome toolbar up here. I can make shapes easily. You're going to make a rectangle from your lower to upper quartile. Then I'm going to do my best to draw straight lines here. Draw a line for your median. Your median will always be in your rectangle or on the rectangle, okay? So just make sure you have that properly. Then here comes the whiskers, like a cat. You're going to draw a whisker out to 11 and a whisker all the way out to 4. That is a box and whisker plot. If you were to Google box and whisker plot, there it is. That's what it's going to look like. So our data, though, honestly, we had a lot of double numbers for our medians. So what I want to do is let's change this up just by adding a dot somewhere. Where do I want to add a dot? Why don't I add a dot? Oh, not there. My goodness. What just happened? Let's add a dot. Let's add it on the 6. Okay. So that's going to change up our values, our data a little bit. So go ahead and write out your numbers again. We've got a dot on 4, 6, 6, 7, 7, 9, 9, 9. Again, I'm reading the dots, the dots, the dots, the dots, and 11. Okay, here we go. Start with your median. Slow and steady. Don't skip a number. Oh yeah, landed on 1 in the middle. So I'm going to highlight that. I've got that tool. So that 9 is really important. That is our median. And if you want to move ahead, you can put a little dot at 9. That is your median. Now we got to get rid of these rainbow lines. And we're going to move on to find the lower and upper quartiles. Again, do not include the median. So this is the lower half. This is the upper half. All right? Let's go ahead and rainbow again for our lower quartile. Landed on 2. Dang. Upper landed on 2, but that's a nice one because 10 is the same as 10. Oh, my dot erased here. So median is 9, upper quartile is 10. Lower quartile is going to be 6 plus 7 divided by 2. That's going to be 6.5. So just put a little dot in between 6 and 7. Our least value is still 4. And our highest value, greatest value, is still 11. Now again, I'm going to take my rectangle tool and draw a rectangle from the lower to upper quartile. Then I'm going to take my marker and just draw a line for the median on 9 and whisker out to the greatest and least. Ooh, that one didn't work out. Greatest and least values. Okay. Now, what are you going to do at home for this lesson? I'm going to tell you. This right here is going to be, again, very difficult for me to assess and watch you draw. So what I'd like you to first do on the assignment attached is start identifying what is what. So it's going to be a little difficult for me to write this, but I'm going to do my best. The whisker on the far left is always going to be your least value. That leaves the whisker on the right to be your greatest value. Then you've got the actual box in the box and whisker plot. Okay, the line in the middle, that's actually something that I look for first. This line is always going to be your median because it's the middle line. Look at your 5 lines. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Median is the middle line. It's not necessarily in the middle of our picture, but it's the middle line. Then that leaves the last 2 vocabulary terms. This is going to be your lower quartile. And then the other side of your rectangle is your upper quartile. Oh gosh, I am tight on space. I'm just going to abbreviate right there, okay? So those 5 things you need to be able to identify on your box and whisker plot. Make sure you check out the assignment that goes along with this lesson. I really, really, really want to make sure that you can identify a box and whisker plot and a dot plot. We should know those central tendencies, mean, median, mode, and range. Monday's dot plot assignment that was posted on April 6th is due Wednesday, April 8th. This assignment is being posted Tuesday, April 7th. It needs to be turned in by Friday, April 10th. So both mini lessons I'll post for you guys each week are due that week. Get your work turned in. I miss you guys so much. I'm going to enjoy my coffee while checking your assignments online. And don't forget office hours, Mondays, Thursdays, CP 12 to 1. You can eat lunch with me. Honors 1 to 2. All right? Hey, let's try and get up out of bed before 9 a.m., okay? Don't be a lazy butt. Okay, bye, guys.